God we trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us. Yo, we. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit deal with it so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various. They wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Bite the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. Well, you really wanna party like that.
The Hornets. Coming to an Eastern Conference. Contest in this game. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. For the Bucks, they continue their stretch of home games. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. They've got Drummond. Irving is out there with Mirotic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
4 on the clock. Drummond the screen. Irving can't get it to go. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Paul with the ball. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. McCollum, no good. And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He's accustomed to being roughed up on his way to the basket. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Now here's Paul. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Udo gets the bucket.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Got to respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
Here's Magruder. A nice shot by Irving.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Chandler a screen. It's McCollum on the wing. Clock at 6. Again, McCollum missing.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Finney-Smith kicks to Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Paul. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Irving kicks to Magruder. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Over Chandler. Knocks it loose. And it's Drummond missing. Bucks trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Chandler with a screen for Paul. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Paul's got his second bucket.
You know, one of the things, Kevin, that makes Chris Paul such a terrific floor general is his ability to run the pick and roll. Whether he passes it or keeps it, he usually always makes the right decision.
From deep. Mirotic's shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now Paul. Lets it fly. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Paul. And stolen by Irving. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Irving's got the ball. Passes it to Magruder. Feeds it to Drummond. 5 to shoot. Over Chandler. Charlotte no good that time either.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Chandler a screen. Osman. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's the pass to Chandler. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Chandler. 6 points for Chris Paul. And here's Irving. He's got 5. Mirotic the pass to Connaughton. Here's Abrinas. On the wing, Irving. Can they get it? Shot clock reset for Charlotte. Here's Mirotic. Buries it from three-point range. Mirotic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you know what? It's important for big men to be able to shoot from deep in today's game. And shot selection important. Good shot selection there.
They set the screen. Pass to Abrinas. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Hornets lead by 1.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Udo dishes to McCollum. He feeds it to Paul. From deep three-point range. For Charlotte, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Abrinas kicks to Drummond. Back to Abrinas. Pass to Irving. From deep. Another miss by Irving. Milwaukee is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. McCollum kicks to Paul. There's the pick. A 3-ball. Chandler the pass to McCollum. The second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Now, here is Mirotic. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Irving kicks to Connaughton. Now the feed to Drummond. Here's Abrinas. Poked away. Mirotic dishes to Irving. The second chance effort. And the rejection by Udo.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing the shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Paul again, serving. Shoots from the baseline. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Hornets. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nowitzki comes in for Mirotic. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Irving. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Mark, if you were coaching a team, you had one shot to win a game on the line, which player in the league would you want to take that shot?
I like a lot of guys for last shot circumstances. LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal in those kind of late game situations. But I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
Now here's Paul. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Chandler with a screen for Paul. Lobbed up there for Chandler. No good on that one.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Frazier kicks to Nowitzki. The score now all even. Abrinas has got 5 now.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Moore passes to Decker. Chandler with the ball. Harrell on him. That's a 2 from Paul. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Pick by Harrell. And there's the foul. It's on Sam Decker. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Nowitzki for 3. Again, the miss by Nowitzki. .54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dishes it to Decker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Connaughton looking for his first basket still in this one. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Zeller, he's checked in for the Bucks. Ntilikina comes in for Chris Paul. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here's Moore outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Hornets trail by 3. Here is Frazier. Passes to Abrinas. Over Moore. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the...
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Bucks on top, up 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And off we go, a close game. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Nowitzki is out there with Harold. Then there's Frazier. And it's Abrinas in at the 2. Charlotte moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. Harold dishes to Frazier. Nowitzki against Zeller. Fader on the way. Harold. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
Now here's Mozgov. Chalk up 2 there. Mozgov's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice little move in there. The ever-developing skill set of Timothy Mozgov.
Nowitzki outside. The pass to Connaughton. He kicks it to Harold. Nowitzki left side. Over Zeller. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki. The Bucks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Mozgov wide open. He fires. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
I thought maybe with a little more hustle, he might have been able to get around him, but he was just a step late.
Here's Nowitzki. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. Milwaukee in the lead. Moore outside. Now the dish to Zeller. To the left wing. Mozgov. Pass to Ntilikina. Kicks it to Decker. Zeller passes to Decker. And Decker slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Charlotte calls timeout. Clark, in your rookie season in the NBA, did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment? You know, a play or a sequence where you were brutally introduced to how unforgiving the NBA can truly be?
Yeah, how about my first night out? Spencer Haywood ran me in circles, and I shot 2 for 17, scored 6 or 8 points, and he was in my head from the very beginning. Thankfully, the Pacers won that game because it was a forgettable night other than that. But Spencer Haywood, even to this day, when I bump into him, reminds me of how he disrupted me and distracted me in that first game of my rookie season.
Now here's Mozgov following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Mozgov with the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Finney-Smith. Magruder kicks to Irving. Drummond the screen. From deep three-point range. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Picked by Mozgov. Moore outside. Hits the three-point bomb. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Irving kicks to Finney-Smith. Over to the wing. Drummond in the post. Mozgov covering. And that one's good. Drummond.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
Feeds to Decker. The Bucks working the ball around. Shot by Zeller, no good. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Now, here is Irving. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Mirotic. Mozgov grabs the board.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Now here's Zeller. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Finney-Smith kicks to Mirotic. Mirotic the screen. Here's Irving. He got right to the cup using that screen. And now it's just a 4-point Bucks lead.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Now here's Zeller. Shoots over Mirotic. And that one's drained from the low block. Irving passes to Magruder. Back to Irving. He feeds it to Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Mozgov.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old-school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
That one is no good. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game. Ball,
he's checked in for Ntilikina. The Hornets also changing it up. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Mirotic. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Rodney Magruder. Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. And here's Moore outside. Back to Paul. Zeller, a screen on Irving. Pass to Zeller. Paul outside. Over Irving. And stolen by Nowitzki. Irving with the ball. He's got 7. Abrinas kicks to Drummond. Shoots over Mozgov. Mozgov with the block.
Timing and sneaky athleticism, Kevin, allowed Mozgov to get to that shot. Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Now here's Paul. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Moore with the bucket.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
So it's the Hornets now, following the 3 by Milwaukee. From about 19 feet. And the shot is good. The Bucks' lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Dirk Nowitzki.
Tell you what, Nowitzki really, he can fill it up from anywhere. You got to admire his scoring ability, including his mid-range game.
Here's Irving. He's got 10. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. That'll be a 5-second call.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Hornets trailed by 4. And there's the feed to Drummond. Outside Irving. Dishes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall. Bucks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Moore outside. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Nowitzki a screen. Right wing. Ball again. Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Nowitzki with the steal. Here's Irving. Here's Abrinas. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Well, you look at the Bucks' offense, and they were very hard to stop when they got going. Near the top of the league in effective field goal percentage, which is a huge statistic. They did so despite not taking many three-pointers compared to the other top teams.
Yeah, you think about it. They led the league in how many of their threes were assisted on, Kevin. About 90% of them. And while they would look to the three-point shot, it was the result of ball movement, which often led to a good look. Still their first look, though, back to that effective field goal percentage, was to get the ball inside.
Now here's Moore. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 6. Pick by Zeller. Fires from deep. And E'Twaun Moore, good for 3. Moore's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Charlotte calls timeout. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those three guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
Here's Paul after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Pick by Zeller. Paul kicks to McCullough. They set the pick. Back to Paul. Fires the three. .56 seconds left to play here in the half.
Come get it, come get it.
Zeller, a screen on Irving. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zeller.
Man, that's like clockwork. Paul's so good at reading the defense off that pick and roll. Great timing on the dish.
Passes it to Nowitzki. To the wing right side. Picked by Harrell. Connaughton kicks to Harrell. Nowitzki lifts up. Over Zeller. They get the rebound. And the pass to Connaughton. Drains the three-pointer. Connaughton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Paul against Irving. Here's the screen. Paul kicks to McCullough. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Hornets trail by 8. Chris Paul is out there with McCollum. Then it's Cody Zeller. Then it's Arthur. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. Hangs in the air. Mirotich's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 8. Zeller setting the pick for Paul. And the call will be against Alex Abrinas. That's his first foul. Hornets on defense now. Now Paul. Clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, I think that was clearly a fourth. He's a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Here's Abrinas. Back to Irving. He kicks to Harrell. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Over Paul. That's short off the rim.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
At the elbow, Zeller. Over Harrell. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got assist number 9.